My little home, full of friends, feels like a miraculous occurrence in my 30s, when so many friends are married or, even more dauntingly, have children. It began happening in my mid-20s, reaching terminal velocity at age 33. One by one, my friends were raptured into motherhood. I truly do mean raptured. They live in a new state of bliss, but also insanity and tiredness and spit up, with an entirely new daily experience, new values, and new desires. They are part of a club, one with a seemingly endless stream of talk about nursing and childcare, one that goes on long weekends at the lake or whatever, all their children playing adorably in the water together. A club that the childless cannot be a part of, no matter how much we might wish to be. When my friends tell me they're pregnant, I am really delighted for them. But a small part of me is quite sad because that friendship cannot continue to exist as we have known it. It's a unilateral decision on their part, as it should and must be, that radically alters the quality and quantity of friendship available. A close friend who has just as much time and energy for you as they did pre-baby is someone who is probably neglecting their child. It separates you. Your friends are just as important to you, but you have been knocked down several notches on their list of priorities. They have moved away to someplace they say is much, much better. So great, in fact, that you could never understand it unless you yourself sold off all your belongings and moved there. From where you're sitting, the new town looks exhausting and unrelenting, but they say it's worth it. They wish they could explain it, but there are just no words. Meanwhile, you're still back in the old town, which you thought you really liked until all your friends started moving away. Of course, I am on one side of this and have not experienced the other. I know new mothers often feel a great loss of sense of self and invisibility. I know they are having their own very complicated feelings on the subject, but they so rarely express them, and when they do, they feel a need to immediately double back on themselves, perhaps so fate doesn't hear them talking carelessly. It's hard to articulate this friendship loss because I'm not supposed to feel this way. It's really, really selfish. A baby is a beautiful and joyful thing, and perhaps the biggest, most important step my friends have ever taken to experience their humanity to its very fullest. They, quite reasonably, are extremely wrapped up in this new pursuit. They want to talk to people who know what they're going through, not people who find the pregnancy and childbirth process kind of disgusting. Which, come on, they are. There are many miraculous, but also objectively horrifying things happening to a pregnant woman's body. A friend who had recently given birth could tell me her body was doing literally anything, and I would believe her. There is no level of body horror I would not nod at, working hard to keep my face in a calm, neutral expression. Yeah, around week 6, the nipples actually develop tiny mouths and start humming Toxic by Britney Spears if your baby feels bored or gassy. Even if your baby is miles away, the nipples just know. At 10 a.m., a smooth piece of obsidian pops out of my vagina, and I immediately eat it because my body craves volcanic glass. I'm actually developing a mole pattern on my back that pretends Trevin's future SAT scores. It's amazing. Your friend isn't the same friend she was. She's a mom, and she should be a mom. She should take on this insane, heartbreaking, beautiful task. She should shape the future. She should throw everything she's got at the cause and continue to throw as hard as she can, even when totally depleted. She shouldn't have time for you. Yet, it sucks that she doesn't have time for you. This is all complicated by the fact that I don't want children, except when I do. This lends a real, am I sad because I feel like I've lost that version of our friendship? Or am I a jealous, bitter little bean? Cloudiness to the entire enterprise. It's probably a 75-25 no to babies for me, except when I think about growing old and dying alone, or the fact that in roughly 7 years, this won't be a choice anymore. Then, the pendulum swings hard in the other direction, and I start to panic a bit. This happens maybe once or twice per month, although as I get older, I think of it less and less. I definitely don't want a baby. They are loud and boring and exhausting. I'm not even sure I want a child. I love spending time with other people's children, and then I love handing them back and departing in a tiny, impractical convertible. Looking at the parents of a child under 6, I nearly always feel the deepest relief that it's them, not me. I can't imagine something that not only needs me all the time, but also needs me to be my best self.